Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another thrilling edition of our matchday analysis right here on the channel, where we break down the biggest battles, the most fascinating tactical clashes, and the rising stories shaping the future of women's tennis. Today we take you deep into the heart of the desert, to the legendary stage of Indian Wells Tennis Garden, one of the most prestigious venues in the entire sport. Nestled in the stunning Coachella Valley of Southern California, this tournament has earned a reputation unlike any other outside the four Grand Slams. Players, commentators, and fans around the world proudly refer to it as the unofficial fifth Grand Slam. And once again, the atmosphere here is absolutely electric. The desert sun is blazing overhead. The stadium courts are packed with fans from all corners of the globe. Every rally echoes through the mountains surrounding the valley. The stakes could not be higher, with valuable ranking points, massive prize money, and international prestige all hanging in the balance. But today, our spotlight shines on a doubles clash that has quietly become one of the most intriguing storylines of the early rounds. This is a matchup filled with power, youth, momentum, and unpredictability. On one side of the net, we have the exciting young partnership of Alexandra Eala of the Philippines and American rising star Iva Jovic. On the other side stands a dangerous wildcard duo featuring the explosive 2017 Roland Garros champion Jelena Ostapenko and the athletic American talent Hailey Baptiste. And here's the bold prediction that drives our entire breakdown today. Alexandra Eala and Iva Jovic are going to win this match. Yes, you heard that correctly. Despite facing one of the most dangerous power hitters in women's tennis, we believe the young Filipino-American partnership has exactly the tools required to pull off a statement victory here at Indian Wells. To understand why, we have to rewind the clock to what happened just yesterday on these very same courts. Alexandra Eala delivered one of the most dramatic performances of her young career. At just 20 years old, Eala has been rapidly transforming from a promising prospect into a legitimate contender on the WTA Tour. Yesterday, she found herself locked in a brutal singles battle against the powerful Ukrainian hitter Dayana Yastremska. What followed was a marathon that lasted nearly 3 hours and pushed both athletes to their absolute limits. The match swung wildly from one moment to the next. Momentum shifted back and forth like a pendulum under the blazing California sun. Eala captured the opening set with grit and precision before Yastremska roared back to level the contest. Then came the deciding set, a tense and emotionally draining showdown that seemed destined to slip away from the young Filipina. Eala was staring down match points. The pressure was immense. One mistake could have ended everything. But what happened next revealed exactly why so many people in the tennis world believe she represents the future of the sport. Eala summoned remarkable mental strength, saving multiple match points with fearless shot-making and incredible defensive movement. She refused to surrender. She fought through every rally and eventually closed out a dramatic victory that sent the crowd into a frenzy. The stadium erupted. Filipino fans waving flags and chanting her name transformed the desert atmosphere into something resembling a home court in Manila. That moment was not just another win. It was a powerful demonstration of Eala's growing maturity, resilience, and belief. Now the natural question becomes obvious. How does a player recover from such an exhausting battle and return the next day to compete again at a high level in doubles? The answer lies in momentum. Victories like that do not simply drain a player physically. They often fuel them emotionally. The adrenaline, the confidence, and the psychological lift from surviving such a fight can create a powerful surge of energy. Instead of stepping onto the doubles court burdened by fatigue, Eala arrives energized by belief. But this story is not only about Alexandra Eala. It is also about the partnership she has developed with 18-year-old American talent Iva Jovic. Earlier this season, the two young players stunned many observers during their impressive run at the ASB Classic in Auckland. The pair marched all the way to the semifinals, defeating several established teams along the way. Their biggest victory came against a star-studded duo featuring Elina Svitolina and legendary 7-time Grand Slam champion Venus Williams. That result was a wake-up call to the tennis world. Eala and Jovic were not just experimenting with doubles for practice. They were forming a genuine partnership with tactical chemistry, communication, and complementary styles that made them extremely dangerous opponents. Eala brings creativity, spin, and left-handed angles that disrupt rhythm. Jovic contributes calm composure and rock-solid baseline consistency. Together, they create a dynamic combination capable of challenging even the most powerful teams. And power is exactly what they will face today. Whenever Jelena Ostapenko steps onto a tennis court, unpredictability follows. The Latvian star possesses one of the most aggressive games in modern tennis. She does not simply rally. She attacks every ball with fearless intensity, blasting flat ground strokes toward the lines with breathtaking speed. When Ostapenko is playing well, she can overwhelm anyone on the tour. But her style also carries enormous risk. The same aggression that produces spectacular winners can also generate a cascade of unforced errors if her timing slips even slightly. That volatility makes every Ostapenko match a dramatic rollercoaster. Adding to the challenge is Hailey Baptiste, an athletic American who brings a powerful serve and excellent net coverage to the partnership. Baptiste has been steadily improving her ranking and has shown she can compete with top players when her confidence is high. On paper, the combination of Ostapenko's explosive baseline power and Baptiste's athleticism could make them extremely dangerous. So why are we confident in predicting a victory for Eala and Jovic? Because doubles tennis is not simply about hitting the ball harder than your opponent. It is about positioning, anticipation, teamwork, and emotional stability. And that is where the advantage begins to shift. Unlike many tournaments on the tour, the courts at Indian Wells are famously slow. The gritty plexipave surface grips the ball and reduces the speed of flat shots. Players who rely purely on power often struggle to finish points quickly here because the ball sits up higher and gives opponents extra time to react. For a creative left-hander like Alexandra Eala, this surface is extremely beneficial. Her heavy topspin forehand jumps high off the court, pushing opponents backward in opening angles. That extra fraction of a second created by the slow court allows her to prepare counterattacks and redirect pace with precision. In doubles, that advantage becomes even more important. With Eala serving from the ad court, her natural slice serve curves away from right-hand returners. This can drag opponents far off the court, leaving huge spaces in the middle for Jovic to attack at the net. Their lefty-righty combination creates angles that are difficult for opposing teams to handle. Meanwhile, the wildcard duo of Ostapenko and Baptiste does not possess the same level of established chemistry. While both players are extremely talented individually, doubles requires instinctive coordination that only develops through repeated matches together. Communication, positioning, and trust between partners often decide tight moments. Eala and Jovic have already demonstrated those qualities during their earlier tournament runs. Another important factor lies in the psychological dynamics of the matchup. Eala has already proven she can handle Ostapenko's pace. During her breakthrough performance at the Miami Open, she defeated the Latvian star in singles by absorbing her power and redirecting it with remarkable accuracy. That experience provides valuable confidence. She knows what kind of shots are coming her way. She understands the rhythm of Ostapenko's game. Most importantly, she knows she can survive the storm. As the match unfolds, we expect the opening games to feature explosive rallies and spectacular winners from the Ostapenko Baptiste side. Their firepower will undoubtedly produce moments of brilliance. But as the contest progresses, the slower Indian Wells conditions should gradually tilt the balance toward consistency and teamwork. Eala and Jovic will likely focus on deep returns down the center of the court, neutralizing angles and forcing awkward volleys from their opponents. They will aim to extend rallies, frustrate Ostapenko's timing, and create opportunities for strategic poaches at the net. If they maintain patience and discipline, the errors may begin to accumulate on the other side of the net. And that is when the match could swing decisively. Beyond today's doubles encounter, this moment represents another chapter in Alexandra Eala's remarkable rise during the 2026 season. Her quarterfinal appearance earlier this year at the Dubai Tennis Championships and strong performances at several other WTA events have propelled her ranking to new heights. Her confidence continues to grow with every tournament. But perhaps the most intriguing storyline waiting just around the corner involves a potential singles showdown with world number 4 Coco Gauff. The American star previously faced Eala during that Dubai run. and another meeting promises to deliver fireworks. For now, however, Eala's focus remains squarely on today's doubles battle. This match is about momentum, teamwork, and proving that the next generation of players is ready to challenge the established names of the tour. So as the desert sun hangs high above the Indian Wells tennis garden and the crowd settles into their seats, for talented athletes prepare to step onto the court for what promises to be a fascinating clash of styles. Power versus precision. Experience versus rising youth. Raw aggression against strategic discipline. And when the final point is played, we believe Alexandra Eala and Iva Jovic will walk off the court with a statement victory that continues their impressive journey in the tournament. If you enjoyed this deep dive analysis, make sure you subscribe to the channel and join the conversation in the comments. Do you agree with our prediction? Can Eala and Jovic neutralize the firepower of Ostapenko and Baptiste? The drama of Indian Wells is only just beginning, and we will be here breaking down every upset, every comeback, and every unforgettable moment. Enjoy the tennis, and we will see you again for the next analysis.